Okay, so why do I drink soleil water? Well, for me, it's important for me to get my electrolytes in every day. When you're on a high carb diet, your body tends to retain salt and water, but when you're on a low carb or keto diet, your body doesn't have those carbs to retain salt and water, so you have to continually replenish them in your body to keep it healthy. So what are the benefits of soleil water? Well, first of all, it increases hydration. It's antibacterial. It increases your energy. It relieves muscle cramps, which is one of the #1 reasons why I started doing soleil water, is because I was having horrible muscle cramps every single night. I mean, they were so bad I felt like I was going to die. But since I've started drinking soleil water, I haven't had any muscle cramps. So if you're having trouble with that, try the soleil water. It really helps. It also flushes out water retention, and it balances your electrolytes. So what are electrolytes? Electrolytes are magnesium, potassium, and sodium. So I take a magnesium supplement every day to get my magnesium in. I take a small potassium supplement, 99 milligrams. It's not very much, but I feel like I get a lot of potassium in through the foods that I eat, especially avocado. Avocado has about just one, like 100 grams of avocado has 10% of what you need every day of your potassium just in the 100 grams. And if you watch my full day of eating videos, you can see that sometimes I have like 150 grams of avocado every day. Plus it's in the leafy greens that I eat. It's in a lot of the proteins that I have. Potassium is riddled everywhere in a lot of foods that you eat. So I don't really feel like you need to supplement with it too much. But if you did, there's a product called light salt, and you could even sprinkle that on your food, and it will help with your potassium levels as well. But sodium is the one that I really, really need to work on. So I use soleil water. So I'm going to show you the types of salt that I use, and I'm going to show you how to make some soleil water. It's very simple. Okay, so here's the different types of salt that I have in my house. The first one that I have is the Celtic sea salt, which is gray in color. And I really believe that this is probably the best salt that you can have out of the three that I'm going to show you, because it actually has more minerals than all the other salts. But the one that I use, because it's a little bit more affordable, is the Himalayan pink salt, and this is everywhere these days. And so I have this 5-pound bag of Himalayan sea salt, and a lot of times I'll make my soleil water out of this exclusively. And then I have Redmond's real salt, and this is just an ancient fine sea salt. You can see all the minerals and all the goodies in that one too. So those are 3 salts that are healthy for you, and you virtually can't overeat on too much salt when you're using the finer salts like this. Okay, so those are the salts that we use. So how do we make the soleil water? Well, let me show you. Okay, so how do you make soleil water? Well, as you can see, I use the Celtic sea salt in this one, and I still have a little bit of salt in my jar, so that tells me that my water is fully saturated with sodium, and that's about halfway gone. So I'm going to make another jar and let it sit overnight for 24 hours. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of this pink salt, about 1 inch or so. I'm going to add a little bit more than that. So just about that much salt in your jar. And then add some water, fill it to the top. then put the lid on. And I'm going to let that sit on my counter for 24 hours. And shake it up just a little bit. And at the end of 24 hours, if there's no salt left on the bottom of the jar, then you're going to have to add more salt and let it sit for another 24 hours to make sure that that water is saturated with all the sodium. So it's also important to know that you need to use either glass or a plastic bottle or a jar and a plastic lid, because the metal will interact with the sodium in your water. Okay, so how much sodium do you need? Well, you need about 5,000 milligrams of sodium every day. So in order to achieve that, you need about 2 teaspoons of salt in your food or 4 tablespoons of soleil water. 1 tablespoon of soleil water is 1,484 milligrams of sodium. So what I usually do is I'll put my soleil water in a 12-ounce cup of broth and do about 2 tablespoons at a time and drink it with broth. Broth is supposed to be salty. So if you add it to broth, you really can't taste the soleil water that much, but you're still getting all of your sodium in. And one of the reasons why I use the sea salts is because they contain 82 trace minerals that you can't get in almost anywhere else. So soleil water is very good for you, good for your health. Okay, so I hope you found this video useful, and if you want to get your electrolytes in, try making some soleil water. So that's all that I have for you today. So until next time, keep calm and keto on.